Executive Vice President Applegate, Interim Chancellor Shimei-Gazeki, the candidates are assembled. We may now proceed with these commencement exercises.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. President McRobbie is unfortunately ill today, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But we are very pleased that Indiana University's Executive Vice President for University Regional Affairs, Planning and Policy, John Applegate, could join us this morning and preside at our commencement exercises in President McRobbie's stead. As we begin today's ceremony, Sarah Ferentz will lead us in singing the national anthem. The Reverend Robert A. Lee, pastor of Second Missionary Baptist Church, will offer the invocation. Will everyone please stand?
Shall we bow? To thou who art our creator, provider, and sustainer, for this day and the occasion that fuels it, we give thanks. The opportunity and privilege of recognizing the achievements of students and teachers affords us great joy. In the midst of tragedies of man and nature impacting us in negative ways, in times where our media of print and electronics pushes our focus on the negative, we are so grateful for a pause of positivism. We seek thy blessings upon those gathered here before us today, these new leaders embarking upon careers in various fields of service. May the disciplines learned through their matriculation now serve them, their communities, and this institution well, as they blaze their trails to success. We also ask you to bless their family, their friends, and their supporters for their part in the success of those before us today. We lift up also to you, President McRobbie, that you might touch him with your healing touch of mercy. Now bless these proceedings of recognition, and may they serve as a launching pad to a new generation of prepared people for challenging times. We ask it in thy name, O Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the class of 2013, welcome. Welcome to the 184th Annual Commencement Ceremony of Indiana University and the 44th Annual Commencement Exercises at IU Kokomo. I am especially pleased to welcome the parents, wives, husbands, partners, relatives, and friends who have helped make possible this day of achievement for our candidates. We share their pride in this celebration of accomplishment. Today's ceremony is brief compared with the years of diligent effort that all of our candidates have invested in their educations. Therefore, we ask all our guests to honor all of our graduates by remaining until the ceremony is concluded. Indiana University is proud of its long and distinguished history. We are proud to be supported by the people of Indiana, dedicated to their education and to enhancing our state, our country, and the world. Seated behind me are members of the Board of Advisors for this campus and other distinguished guests. We are pleased that they have joined us for this occasion. You will find their names listed in your program booklets. We are especially delighted that 3 members of the Board of Trustees of Indiana University have joined us today. I ask them to stand as I call their names, and would you please hold your applause until all are standing. With us today are Mary Ellen K. Bishop of Carmel, Philip N. Eskew Jr. of North Webster, and Cora J. Griffin of Galveston, our student trustee. Please join me in welcoming our trustees. Also joining us today are some special guests. I will ask them to stand, and again, please hold your applause until all are standing. The Honorable Jim Buck, Indiana State Senator from District 21. The Honorable Mike Karakoff, State Representative of Indiana's District 30. The Honorable Greg Goodnight, Mayor of the City of Kokomo, and Jeff Hauswald, Superintendent of the Kokomo Center Schools. Please join me in greeting them. Also with us today are senior members of the administration of Indiana University, whom I ask to stand, and once again, I ask that you hold your applause until all are standing. Jorge Jose, Vice President for Research. Thomas A. Morrison, Vice President for Capital Planning and Facilities. William B. Steffen, Vice President for Engagement. And Bradley C. Wheeler, Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer. Please join me in greeting them. Now it is a pleasure to call to the podium the Interim Chancellor of Indiana University Kokomo, Susan Shimei-Gazeki.
Thank you, Vice President Applegate. I join you in extending a warm welcome to all of our honored guests, to the many friends who are here for this important occasion, and especially to the members of the graduating class of IU Kokomo. At this time, I would like to recognize the members of the Indiana University Kokomo Board of Advisors. This board is composed of individuals who help to make IU Kokomo an important and integral part of this region and this community. Will all of the advisors please stand? There are some other very important individuals whom I ask you to salute. The faculty members of Indiana University Kokomo. Their outstanding scholarship, dedication to teaching, and commitment to their students have made this commencement possible. By their example, they have inspired our graduates in ways that will last a lifetime. And so first, I would like to introduce the President of the Faculty Senate, Christopher Darr, and then all of our esteemed faculty. Will you all please stand for our recognition? I would also like to recognize the members of the IU Kokomo outstanding staff who are here with us today. These tireless individuals help to make it possible for our students to succeed. I ask them to please stand, and would you also give them a round of applause? And finally, I ask our graduates to look around at your family and your friends. Their support and encouragement have been invaluable. All of us rely in countless ways on those who are near and dear to us. We depend on their helping hands and their faith that we will succeed. So graduates, I ask that you please stand up and give a big round of applause for all your family members and friends who are here today. Please be seated. Another traditional feature of commencement is the induction of the graduating class into the Indiana University Alumni Association. As students, you have been members of a very close family here at IU Kokomo. As graduates, you become part of something much bigger, a network of friends and colleagues with whom you have much in common. And so I invite representatives of Indiana University to induct the graduating class into the Alumni Association of Indiana University. Trustee Mary Ellen Bishop will represent the university. Judy Galitko, president of the IU Kokomo Alumni Association, will represent the alumni. And Heather Cohey, who will receive a Bachelor of Arts degree today, will represent the class of 2013. Will all members of the Indiana University graduating class please stand?
Trustee Bishop, inscribed upon this scroll are the names of every member of the graduating class of 2013. I request that each name be formally added to the list of alumni of Indiana University. We look forward to joining IU's extended family, and we ask the alumni to direct our service toward the university in the future.
Thank you, Ms. Cohey. President Galitko, the trustees of Indiana University are proud to present you with the names of these graduates for admission into the Indiana University Alumni Association. They join more than 570,000 living IU graduates who reside in all 50 states and in more than 150 countries around the world. They constitute the third largest university alumni body in the United States. We know that these people graduating here today will continue to enhance the worldwide reputation of IU and bring distinction and honor to our alma mater.
Trustee Bishop, we accept and we welcome the members of the graduating class of 2013 into the Indiana University Alumni Association. Class of 2013, we are confident that you will enrich our lives by your personal example and the high standards that you bring to all that you do. IU depends on you to maintain its tradition of excellence. I challenge each of you to support your university and your alumni association with your time and your talent. As graduates of Indiana University Kokomo, we hold ourselves to a high standard. As new members of the IU Kokomo Alumni Association, we expect you to conduct yourself in an ethical and professional manner and to be an ambassador for our campus. Thank you.
To the class of 2013, I offer congratulations on your induction into the Alumni Association of Indiana University. You may now be seated. Today we continue another fine tradition at IU Kokomo, the presentation of the annual Indiana University Kokomo Alumni Association's Distinguished Alumni Award. This is the 22nd year that this award has been bestowed. The Distinguished Alumni Award was established by the IU Kokomo Alumni Association to recognize an individual who has distinguished himself or herself with personal and professional accomplishments, community service, and involvement with Indiana University and the Alumni Association. Additionally, this award offers the opportunity to recognize IU Kokomo alumni who have helped make the world a better place for future generations. I invite Judy Galitko to escort this year's recipient to the podium.
Chancellor Gazaki, today's Distinguished Alumna Award recipient, Brandon Rush, is a young, successful, entrepreneurial lawyer. As an undergraduate of IU Kokomo, Mr. Rush began as a business major, but soon switched to sociology because he was drawn to the study of human interaction. He chose to pursue a career in law so that he could combine his interest in business and in people. Mr. Rush earned his law degree at the University of Dayton, but during his studies there, he remained connected to the IU Kokomo campus through his association with lecturer in Spanish, J.R. Pico. He organized a service learning trip to Colombia and invited Mr. Rush to come along. Mr. Rush participated in the trip, and his life was transformed. At the University of Dayton, Mr. Rush took courses in immigration law and became involved with the Dayton Human Relations Council, studying the impact of housing discrimination on immigrants and low-income minorities, and making suggestions to the City Council for changes to housing procedures. He tutored in the African Christian Community Center's after-school program, where he also helped to search for grants and other funding opportunities for the center. After law school, he moved back to his hometown, Peru, Indiana, where he established his own practice. Focusing on family law and criminal law, he strives to take a personal approach with each of his clients. Mr. Rush is committed to giving back to his hometown. An active supporter of the arts, he serves on the boards of both the Old Olson Memorial Theater and the Miami County Museum. He is also a member of a committee that is developing a pre-law major at IU Kokomo. Mr. Rush has long held an interest in teaching and now gives guest lectures on topics related to Latin America, as well as tutoring and mentoring. In honor of his many accomplishments and contributions, I am happy to recommend Brandon Rush for the IU Kokomo Distinguished Alumni Award.
Vice President Applegate, trustees, honored guests, families, and friends, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce to you the 547 members of the class of 2013. As you will hear today, our students have come from very different backgrounds, with very different goals, and very different stories. But what I have noticed about each and every one of them is that they brought to campus an adventurous, determined spirit. They saw our campus as a place of tremendous opportunity and a hope to pursue a better life. The faculty and staff, in turn, made a commitment to each student that they would support them in their journey, no matter what their path would take. So every hour, every day, students from all walks of life engage in the same critical work with our faculty, learning and discovering, turning information into action and change. So when they leave us here today, we know they are prepared to make a difference in the region around us. Graduates, as I look at each and every one of you, I am inspired by your personal stories and your successful journeys. I wish I had time to share everyone's story, but I know that the few stories that I will share here today will embody so many of you. I'd like to begin with Shane Simmons and Lisa Ortega. They are the first person in their families to earn a college degree. Shane is moving on to graduate school in journalism, and Lisa has been accepted into the management training program at Sam's Club. I know there are more students out there who you are the first in your families to graduate from college, and so I ask all of you to please stand. Thank you. Some students have faced difficult obstacles in their journey, like Nick Sears, whom recently battled a rare form of cancer with only 2 classes left to complete his degree. Through his own determination and perseverance and the care and concern of his professors, he walks across the stage today cancer-free. Or Cynthia Brown, who suffers from severe dyslexia, yet as a single parent is graduating as the outstanding student in general studies. Now, other students have used this opportunity to take them down a different path in life. Sean Owings was one of the first women to be on the front lines in Iraq as an Army medic for 7 years. She shared with me that it was a struggle, but eventually she gained the trust and respect of the men in her unit and became one of them. Now she will use her nursing degree to give back to our military by working in a veterans hospital. I know there are many veterans graduating here today, and I ask all of you to stand with Sean. Thank you. We graduate our first athlete. As many of you may know, IU Kokomo is now a member of the NAIA. Jacob Faust is graduating today, and he played basketball for the Cougars. We also have more students this year that pushed hard to complete their degree in 4 years. Would those students who have finished in 4 years please rise? Thank you. We have many international students who are graduating today. They come from 9 different countries. And we have many of our students who have traveled and studied overseas. Giada Dalla Posa is from Italy. She started at Ivy Tech and is planning to continue her education in pharmacy or medicine. Would all of our international students, or our students who have traveled internationally, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. IU Kokomo is also a stepping stone to many more dreams and goals. This fall, Jordan Slusher will attend the IU Law School. Joshua Turner will enter graduate school in mathematics. And Alicia Dellin, a nursing graduate, will release her first album after studying classical piano with Tamara Olovsky, a Russian concert pianist. So all of you who are headed to graduate or professional school, please stand. Thank you. As I stated earlier, I wish I could share so many more stories because all of you would be so impressed. Today, our graduates will receive an Indiana University diploma. As you can see, all of our students have worked hard to earn this prestigious degree that commands respect and instills pride. Graduates, on behalf of all of us, we couldn't be more proud of you. Best wishes to the class of 2013. It is now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Jeremy Gibson of Kokomo. Mr. Gibson, our student body president, is earning a Bachelor of Arts today from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Please welcome Jeremy.
It is both an honor and a privilege to be here today. Today is the day when we leave IU Kokomo and embark on our journeys into the world. For some of us, that journey will lead us to the workforce. For others, to continue education in graduate school. And still others will find that their journeys lead them to military service. No matter where our journeys in life take us, we will always be united by both the education and experience that we received during our time at IU Kokomo. There is one thing that I believe we have all learned or further developed during our time at IU Kokomo, and that is our ability to think critically. We have learned to question what we read and what we are told, to analyze multiple viewpoints and better judge the strengths and weaknesses of a viewpoint. This skill has allowed us to strengthen both our specific views of a topic and our understanding. My first time of truly experimenting with critical thinking came during a 3-week sojourn to England during the summer of 2011 for a course in innovation and philanthropy titled the Innovation Symposium. During our travels around England, we stayed in a small fishing village on the English Channel called Looe. Overfishing is a problem that plagues Looe and has caused the majority of fishermen to find alternate work to support their families. It was Looe's problem that gave me inspiration for my own project, removing zebra mussels from watercraft and preventing them from further attachment in an environmentally safe and friendly way. After analyzing the problem and seeking advice from individuals outside my major area, I had a plan of action and eventually presented it to the campus community. And although it was received very well, my goal with this project is still to be realized. The sheer quantity of perspectives, arguments, scientific data, and regulations that I had to understand and analyze to help me formulate my solution really tested my ability to think critically. As we enter the world, I encourage you to not only seek knowledge that contrasts with your current thoughts and beliefs, and thus develop your ability to think critically, but also to persevere in the face of failure. For example, I have my own personal beliefs about different psychological approaches, but that should in no way mean that I won't seek out knowledge that argues for an alternative approach. The fact that my Innovation Symposium project has not been implemented is not a failure in my eyes. Rather, I view my project as a success. It was a wonderful learning experience, and I have taken the knowledge gained and have applied it to not only my schooling, but also my life. The world is changing. If we look at the past few years, we can see a plethora of examples of these changes within our campus, our state, our country, and the world. We can be the vanguards of further change. By using the knowledge that we have gained and the knowledge that all of us will continue to gain, we can make our mark on the world and make our world a better place. I would like to conclude my remarks with these words of broadcaster Tom Brokaw. You are educated. Your certification is in your degree. You may think of it as the ticket to the good life. Let me ask you to think of an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to change the world. Good luck to all of you, and congratulations, class of 2013.
Thank you, Jeremy, for your uplifting message. And now Vice President Applegate will deliver his charge to the class of 2013.
Trustees, Interim Chancellor Shimei-Gizeki, members of the IU Kokomo Board of Advisors, honored guests, colleagues, and members of the class of 2013. Google Executive Chairman Eric Schmidt writes in his book, The New Digital Age, that as we look into the future, its promises and challenges, we are facing a brave new world, the most fast-paced and exciting period in human history. We will experience more change at a quicker rate than any previous generation, and this change, driven in part by the devices in our own hands, will be more personal and participatory than we can even imagine. There is no question that the world we share has become more globally interconnected and complex than ever. Powerful technologies have allowed us to overcome the challenges of geography, language barriers, and have given people the world over greater access to information. And as Schmidt also notes, mass adoption of the internet is driving one of the most exciting social, cultural, and political transformations in history. And unlike earlier periods of change, this time the effects are fully global. This brave new world, then, marked by rapid, personal, and participatory change is the world into which you, the members of the class of 2013, graduate. Moreover, many of you are the first generation born into and raised in this new digital age. You have grown up with the presence of the internet and have never known life without it. This is a world vastly different from the one in which your parents grew up, and one that your great-grandparents likely would not even recognize. This is a world in which instant access to information is literally at your fingertips. This is a world in which you can blog, tweet, and text from nearly everywhere. In fact, some of you are probably texting right now. You know who you are. During your years at IU Kokomo, you have received an education that has prepared you not only to succeed in this new age, but also to contribute in transformative and innovative ways to the prosperity and progress of this nation and the world. Such an education, in the depth and breadth of human knowledge, ranges from the classics in history and literature to the workings of modern government, from the rules of mathematics and logic to the basic laws of physics and biology, from world languages to international affairs. It includes the local and the global, the theoretical and the practical, the professional and the clinical. And this is precisely the type of education that our complex, interconnected world requires. Your Indiana University education has enhanced your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. It has provided you, as a member of the internet generation, with a technology environment second to none. It has instilled in you the desire to ask and the capacity to seek answers to questions about globalization, about prosperity and poverty, about energy, technology, and fundamental questions about the nature of right and wrong. I am confident, too, that you will pursue every avenue to continue your education in both formal and informal settings so as to remain ready and responsive for the change that surrounds you. As we celebrate the time-honored tradition of commencement, you are poised to take your places among the next generation of business leaders, of journalists, of artists, scientists, nurses, teachers, social workers, and government leaders. No matter what degree you have earned, you and your fellow graduates are now the torchbearers, poised to respond and to help shape the future. Your many achievements at Indiana University are testimony to the time you have invested and all that you have learned. Your class, the IU Kokomo class of 2013, includes graduates from 9 different countries, from 6 states, and from 27 Indiana counties. One of your classmates is earning a degree at age 62, and well over 1/3 of you, as we saw, are first-generation college graduates, and as such, you are trailblazers in your families. During your years at IU Kokomo, you have benefited from opportunities to interact closely with your professors, and you have had the flexibility that has allowed many of you to balance work and family commitments. And at IU Kokomo, you have received a quality education that has helped prepare you for productive and satisfying lifelong careers and for active engagement as citizens. As graduates of Indiana University, you have been preparing for years to become the next generation, to discover, to understand, and to apply all that you have learned. Take your skills and talents, your diligence and determination, your intelligence and effort, and be the creators of tomorrow. Yours will be the classrooms, the clinics, and the laboratories of the future. And yours, the arts, the ideas, and industries of a new emerging world where success is measured in how well you transform knowledge and abilities into helping people. Just over a century ago, well before he became the Prime Minister of Great Britain, the great statesman Sir Winston Churchill called upon his fellow citizens of Dundee, Scotland, to be diligent and daring, and this call I pass along to you. He asked them, "What is the use of living, if it be not to strive for noble causes and to make this muddled world a better place for those who will live in it after we are gone? I avow my faith," he continued, "that we are marching toward better days. Humanity will not be cast down. We are going on, swinging bravely forward along the grand high road, and already behind the distant mountains is the promise of the sun. As you leave this commencement ceremony and stride boldly toward the future, you too will be marching forward and gazing toward the promise of the sun. Congratulations, class of 2013.
Thank you, Vice President Applegate. We now come to the central moment of this commencement ceremony, the conferral of the degrees. The names of all of the candidates are listed in your program booklets. I invite your attention to the fact that some candidates have been awarded honors in general scholarship. They are wearing distinguished cords. The significance of these cords is explained in the honors section of your program booklets. In addition, some students have earned departmental or school honors or are members of academic honor societies. Indiana University holds all of its graduates in high esteem and takes an added measure of pride in those who have excelled academically. I now ask those candidates to stand who are graduating with degrees with distinction, high distinction, and highest distinction. I also ask to stand those candidates who have attained departmental or school honors or who belong to academic honor societies. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. Our graduating students who are veterans or currently in the military are wearing red, white, and blue cords, and I ask them to stand once again. Our deepest thanks for your service and congratulations. Candidates will now be presented for degrees. Vice President Applegate will confer degrees after all of the candidates have been introduced. At that time, all of you will be asked to stand and once again for conferral. I begin by asking the candidates for the degree Associate of Science in Radiography, please stand. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Medical Imaging Technology please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Public Administration please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Public Management please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for degrees in arts and sciences, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidate for the degree Associate of Science in Criminal Justice please stand? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree within the School of Humanities and Social Sciences please stand? Will the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Science in Communication Arts please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in History and Political Science please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in New Media Communication please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Psychology please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Sociology please stand? And will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Liberal Studies please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Education please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidate for the degree Associate of Art in General Studies please stand? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree within the School of Sciences please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of General Studies please stand? Will the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Biological and Physical Sciences please stand? Will the candidate for the degrees Bachelor of Science in Biology and Bachelor of Science in Chemistry please stand? Will the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Biology please stand? Will the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Informatics please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Now I call on Michael Patchner, University Dean of the School of Social Work, to present the candidate for his degree.
Will the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Labor Studies please stand? This candidate, meeting all requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Labor Studies, is recommended by the faculty for the conferral of this degree. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Would all of those who have earned a degree please stand once again? Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Indiana University, I am privileged to confer upon each and every one of you the degrees recommended by the faculty with all attendant rights and responsibilities. The reputation of Indiana University depends on your continued commitment to the values, knowledge, and skills that you have learned here. I invite those of you receiving your first college degree to move the tassels on your caps to the left side to indicate that you are graduates. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
I now invite our graduates to come forward to the platform. Stacy Thomas, Registrar, will announce the names of the graduates.
Division of Allied Health, Associate of Science in Radiography, Holly Charlene Boyles, Amanda Rose Beard, Kenzie Lynn Daniel, Evan Joseph O'Connor, Stephanie Lynn Parton, Jenna Marie Pfeiffer, Amanda Michelle Rudd, Tiffany Marie Sears, Aline Monserrat Sotela, Shanita Latitian Merriweather, Bachelor of Science in Medical Imaging Technology, Cassandra Marie Aldridge, Stacy Lynn Betnies. Brittany Nicole Burney. Katrina Jo Cook. Kelsey Elizabeth Gentili. Tony Nicole Perdue. William Austin Pike. Allison Richardson. Lindsay Ann Shirk. Rebecca Rose Smith. Mary Stidham. Bachelor of Science in Public Administration, Crystal Amanda Adon Beatty. Kristen Deanne Clay. Joanna Gonzalez. Katie Morgan. Jacob Tyler Morris. Christiana Monet Upchurch. Master of Public Management, Jane Dino. Kimberly Renee Fort. Grace Gadsden. Trinda Ann Mark Steckler. Ann Marlene Merriweather. Renee Adrienne Prevost. Karen Simonson Smith. Omer Tamir. School of Business, Bachelor of Science in Business, William Craig Cannon. Abigail Lynn Chapman. Gary Robert Clevenger, Jr. Zachary Evan Dysinger. Crystal Carmen Farnham. Jacob M. Faust. Sylvia Rose Fornell. Samuel Sebastian Francis. Kayla Marie George. Jennifer Lynn Gunning Ramsey. Mary Elizabeth Harlan. Dylan Corey Lines Lapierre. Rhonda L. Long Allen. Eric Stephen Lytle. Shane Matthew Martin. Sarah Inez McClurg. Jessica Rochelle McDougall. Zachary Allen Moorcraft. Mitzi Marie Mortz Johnson. Lisa Janice Ortega. Jenna Lee Pelling. Brandon Kenneth Rose. Nicholas Ryan Sears. Stephanie Servin. Travis Rex Sylvie. Garrett Ray Spall. Adam Daniel Tessinger. B. Vang. Catherine Ann Wilkinson. Christopher Scott Whistler. Master of Business Administration, Anirban Banerjee. Kristen Berkey. Joseph M. Cameron. Sarai Chimhanda. Stacy Leanne Cox. Austin Davis. Blake Granson. Garrett Harper. Jordan R. Lee. Megan Rochelle Matthews. Daniel Richard Percival. Michael Timothy Vass. School of Education, Bachelor of Science in Education, William James Abden II. Elise Nicole Atkins. Derek Daniel Alexander. Kelsey Leanne Alexander. Matthew Robert Allison. Laura Ashba. Jessica Marie Beck. Angela Lynn Bird. Ashley Brooke Brown. Casey Clark Brown. Joy Beth Ann Bryan. Jerry Allen Butler. Kylie Marie Cotner. Cecilia Marie Caldwell. Kayla Jo Cunningham. Christopher R. Dill. Emily Ann Marie Flora. Andrew A. Gardner, Kyle Glenn Gunther, Stephen D. Harshman, Aubrey Renee Herron, Monica Renee Hilburn, Cindy Eileen Hughes, Hannah Jane Kinney, Cassandra Kathleen Knowles, Caitlin Irene Kratzer, Jennifer Lynn Lane, Sarah Christine Lechner, Katie Elizabeth Lewis, Diane L. Mast, Jacqueline Rose Myers, Jordan Thomas Ousley, Keith Andrew Pearson, Danielle Marie Race, Amanda Ellen Robertson, John Richard Robertson, Tara Ann Rush, Ashley Nicole Russell, Chelsea K. Scott, Logan A. Tina, Jonathan Thomas Underwood, Mariah Shanae Williams, Olivia Jane Wilson, Stacy Joe Woodard, Darcy J. York, Tiffany Nicole Youngblood, Sabrina Dawn Zachary, Patricia E. Zirkle. School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Associate of Science in Criminal Justice, John Joseph Sullivan. Bachelor of Arts, John R. Alanis, Elizabeth Biz Bates, Hope Leanne Benish, Emily Elizabeth Eden Benge, Lindsay Christine Brewer, Heather Lynette Cohey, Michelle Costa, Lisa Shannon Donahue, Ashley Lynn Douglas, Morgan Michelle Etchison, Sarah Nicole Ferenc, Nathaniel G. Fishback, Travis J. Garber, Clifford E. Gardner, Jeremy Matthew Gibson, Kat Marie Glodemans, Kelly Janelle Greer, Jennifer Page Honeysuckle, Jared M. Jeffries, Andrew D. Jones, Michael Eugene Kostreva, Caitlin Marie Coons, Rachel Lynn Maples, Jensen Neil Pickett, Lindsay Dion Preston, Jonathan Adam Rogers, Jennifer Lynn Roloff, Kathleen Denise Smith, Andrew Charles Turley, Annette Marie Unger, Mariah Whiskey Ormsby, Mary Beth Williams. Bachelor of Science in Communication Arts, Mary Ellen Oak, Shane Thomas Simmons, Samuel Cody Williamson. Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Jesse Aaron Crow, Zachary Keith Bolin, Tyler Jacob Berkey, Hillary Annetta Farmer, Joshua Aaron Flowers, Stephen Wallace Glass, Courtney Marie Cole, Matthew Scott O'Banion, James Joseph Schaffner, Jordan Mike Mark Slesher, Isaac Francis Sprague, Carolina Venegas. Bachelor of Science in History and Political Science, Walter R. Dalton, Rebecca Ann Casey, Nathan James Runda. Bachelor of Science in New Media Communication, Gary C. Dale, Haley Brianne Marchese, Alicia Marie Referda, Andrew Michael Salinas, Don Wesley Sedberry, Joseph Arnold Stevens, Corey Michael West. Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Hannah Ray Blind, Lori Nicole Blunk, Tia B. Dossett, Faith A. Kinnery, Melissa Jo Slusher, Amanda Marie Smith, Shanicia Lachey Spearman. Bachelor of Science in Sociology, Jamie Bradburn Kilkline, Daniel A. Mycutt, Brandy Lee Rodabaugh. Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Scott A. Manthe, Marjorie Vernell Schaffner, Pam Tina, Nita Zia. School of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Abiba Asifa Abeba, Adessa Lee Beatty, Lindsay Nicole Carter, Cynthia Lee Cheever, Melissa Denise Clendenning, Corey Inez Davis, Abigail Deck, Alicia Renee Dellin, Heather Lynn DeLon, Asmawu Diallo, Timbilan Dube, Lydia Denise Ellis, Eric Eugene Emery Jr., Ethan R. Fluke, Christopher D. Furry, Jeanette Chan Garcia, Angela Denise Golston, Jennifer Lee Hansen, Michelle Nicole Harrison, Patricia D. Hatfield, Danielle Clarissa Hoffman, Katie Leanne Hollingsworth, Ashley Rochelle Hurst, Bridget Aria Idahosa, Crystal Star Marie Jackson, Victoria Jewel Johnson, Sarah Christine Lauer, Erin Christine Lawrence, Ashley Shay Lay, Musavengana Mafara, Alexis C. Martin, Kara Brooke Mulder, Alice Moigai, Christy Renee Mullinex, Rhoda Ogar, Sandra Okumabwa, Sean Aaron Owings, Kristen Michelle Radford, Susan Lynette Reagan, Amber Ann Reed, Sean M. Remick, Kimberly Ray Sailors, Hannah Ray Schmidt, Jessica Marie Sheets, Kayla Marie Sheets, Mary J. Shelby, Brandy Nicole Sebray, Cynthia Dawn Smith, Jessica Marie Stone, Lisa Marie Thompson, Guillermo J. Trejo, Kristen Nicole Tucker, Crystal Ann Vaughn, Charles Henry Whaley, Karen Caitlin Wilcox, Charisse Renee Williams, Jessica Steinbarger Zetterberg, Herbert Tafadzwa Zimzombe. School of Science, Associate of Arts and General Studies, Lisa Ann Little, Robin Renee Rogers, Emily Ashton Shook, Olivia Renee Shook. Bachelor of Arts, Jada Dolapoza, Caitlin A. Elliott, Sarah Elise McElrath, Seth Clinton McKinney, Joshua L. Turner. Bachelor of General Studies, Andrea Renee Bailey. Suzanne Bell, Carrie Bird, Brooke K. Boyd, Cynthia D. Brown, Elizabeth Ann Cheney, Kayla Nicole Clark, Jessica Marie Davies, Rachel Aurelia Dodd, Corey Scott Drake, Jonathan Wayne Fletcher, Luann C. Galvez, Amber Tennille Garrett, Colton Thomas Hooper, Sharon Marie Johnson, Robert Andrew Lancaster, Rhonda L. Long Allen, Thomas Luke Lott, Christopher Lee McKinney, Amanda Nicole Rose Miller, Thomas M. Paulson, Stacy L. Purdy, Jeanette J. Scott, Courtney Noel Shively, Rebecca Lynn Sholey, Diana Michelle Smith, Carla D. Summers. Bachelor of Science in Biological and Physical Sciences, Allison Catherine Wolf. Bachelor of Science in Biology and Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Kristen K. Gerber. Bachelor of Science in Chemical Biology, Joshua Richard Holda. Bachelor of Science in Informatics, Kyra Nicole Edging. School of Social Work, Bachelor of Science in Labor Studies, Lucian Charles Matting.
Congratulations to every member of the class of 2013. We now come to the close of a memorable occasion for Indiana University, the IU Kokomo campus, and this community. We are grateful to the Commencement Committee and to Ryan Bowman, IU Kokomo Director of Alumni Relations, and Tara Scott, Events Coordinator, for planning and organizing this event. Our thanks also go to Sarah Ferencz and to the Indiana University Brass Ensemble for providing outstanding music for this commencement ceremony. Musicians, will you please stand? We are grateful as well for our sign language interpreter, Carrie Downey. Could you please give her a round of applause? Following this ceremony, members of the faculty will greet the graduates, their families, and other guests at a reception in Alumni Hall. To acknowledge our newest graduates, I ask Sarah Ferencz to lead us all in singing our alma mater, Hail to Old IU. The words are on page 2 of your program booklets. After the song, please be seated and remain seated until the platform party and faculty have left the commencement area. Now please stand for our alma mater.
Come and join in song together, shouts with might and main. Our beloved on the